Good morning. It is a unintentional friend or fro Friday. I haven't posted in a little bit, and I'm blaming the weather. The Midwest got hit with some really bad snow. I had to drive in my Jeep, and the acoustics are not good. There's this project I've been wanting to do, and I was able to finish project, and this other one I wanted to get on, and I saw another group on school doing this, where they're having a weekly raid boss, and but it's an accountability program. So there's a weekly boss, and it's defeated by accomplishing your goals. Like you complete a habit that you set, and that's an attack on the boss. And I don't have all the details finalized, and I also want to make sure it's like inclusive of everybody. So I'm gonna start tagging everybody who's interested, or I'm gonna tag everyone as a call to arms. Say who's interested. If you're interested, then we're gonna start narrowing down what we're going to do. Like one of the first questions was, do you want this to be silly, like one of the Munchkin games where they have this pun as a name, like an anxiety alligator that you're attacking, something that looks like Koopa or King Croc or something from the guy from Donkey Kong Country, something like that. Do you want it silly, or do you want like the other one would be just a classic look at the art style that's already on my about page, the retro video game, the 16, 64-bit, something like that, where just just Dragon of the Week type thing or a big monster. And I want it to be to where there's a pinned post and just kind of a weekly attack, just Monday through Friday, two habits, two attacks. Everyone gets two attacks. I want it to be to where the the hit points, and I don't one thing that was important was I don't want you to be able to miss unless you don't do the habit. If you do the habit, you hit. The only variable is how much damage is done. And I actually want this to be real stakes, like we roll and for damage, and I want it to be to like randomly generate a number for the boss's hit points based on how many people sign up for it at the beginning of the week. If you're on vacation that week, be like, I'm not in the raid this week. But so you have to, at the beginning of the week, you have to say, I'll have a random number generator come up with a hit point. And if I can, I'm going to try and do it to where I don't know the number either. So it's like a surprise for me. And then uh, I think what I was going to do was that without leaning on everybody to do it, I either say, okay, if you want to roll a dice for your own damage, you can and post it, take a picture or a video of you rolling it. That's fine either way. But if you don't submit one, I'll roll one, and any hit you have does that many damage, I think. And so that way it gets totaled up at the end. So if I don't roll well and you guys don't post your own, then we don't do well. I was debating on whether or not we would do a like make a character for it, like because I don't know, I as much as I love gaming, I have to like move forward. It's like I want to up my character sheet in real life, and I can't turn that off. There's some things I anyway. So that's what we're going to do. So the new friend or foe, well, it's mainly a foe, but also and I it's also nice. I know that in all the Atomic Habit book and all the other things, it's like it's good to have a visible track record of your progress, and also another side point, I lost my flame on school last week. So I had taken the day off, I had a doctor's appointment, and I know where I'm at in the central time zone, the clock for school turns over at like 6 p.m. in this time zone currently. So, and basically, apparently I did not post past 6 p.m. the day before, and I just had thing after thing lined up. I had to go. We had to do some prep shopping for this winter storm and stuff like that, and it was after 6 until I got home from running a bunch of errands. We had to drive 2 hours one way to see a doctor and then 2 hours back. And so, yeah, I logged back in and my flame was gone and it was kind of a bummer. But I wanted the flame to be part of it. I'm gonna try and turn this into a positive spin in that I have to start over. Like, I mean, I've already been posting 10, or it's like if you do 10 likes or comments, if you're, then it's your 10 activities for the day. So, but anyway, so now that I have to earn it back, I wanted anyone with a flame to have like double the amount of hit points, or potentially roll with advantage, something like that, or just double the points. So that way, if you're consistent, even on the weekends for activity and stuff, um, and maybe later we'll do something where with the weekends, but I want to make this sustainable for me to orchestrate it too. So anyway, I don't want this video to go on too long, but this is kind of what I wanted to do. And please comment if there's one idea that's absolutely great, and because I don't know, somebody else had done this, and their core concept made sense, but his implementation was confusing to me, or a little bit. It wasn't too bad, but it was also just like I can't follow. I'm like, and I don't want this to be a complicated game. I want it to be more like Munchkin, where it's like kick down the door, beat the monster, loot the treasure, But also, I don't know if I mean, they're hilarious. I love the Munchkin games, but I don't know if I want the silliness aspect of it because, and I don't know, I just, there was like this really old Habit app that looked very Dungeons and Dragons, and they stopped updating it, and so it was not available on newer Android systems. But like, it was very simple, but it looked themed very much like that. And every time you you checked off a thing you did, it would have like this little trumpet fanfare, and it would say you got so many XP. It really tickled my brain the right way, but also it did get a little dull. It's like, well, I can't use the XP on anything, and some other. There's that other. There's Habitica, which I re-downloaded, and hopefully, I don't know. They're not perfect for me yet, but I need to retry the other ones. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to do. If you can't tell, I did not have an idea for a script for this before I started recording. Anyway, but this weekly raid boss accountability program is something that I haven't. I'm like, no, I can't. This needs to happen, and I think it's an accountability thing that would be really well, and would do really well, and I just really want to do it. So I'm going to do it, and if I'm the only one doing it for a while, and I guess I'm weird, but the other guy, I think it's like Nightfall, and his group, his Level Up Life. It just seemed like a great idea. So we'll see how it goes, and as always, don't look for a fair fight.